Sorry about bursting your eardrums, guys and girls, but good afternoon, good evening. This is your friendly neighbourhood weeb, the Eisenberg here, and today I am reviewing episode number 12 of Dr. Stone. Now, I managed to grab the title of the episode. Sorry if the quality is a bit bad, but I couldn't zoom. I was zoomed right in to take photographs for the review, but obviously I had kind of zoomed in a little bit too close. But anyway, I'll figure out a better system for later episodes. Now, episode 12 was called Buddies Back to Back. What it was about was basically they were on another road trip, obviously, and Senku had given the young fella here in the corner is looking at this lady. Now I'll get to what she is in a minute. Now, he had the fear put in him when they got to this, one minute. He got the fear put into him when they went to this sulfuric acid bit, like a lake, and obviously Senku, he described why the water was green. Now, he regaled back to when he was bear with a second. Now, where was I? Right, yeah, basically the guy got the fear put into him when Senku was describing when people back to say like couple of years previous to where they are now, that they came down to mine for sulfuric acid, and the guy leant down to tie his shoelaces, but he didn't stand back up because basically the sulfuric acid got to his head quicker because he was closer to the fumes. Now, what the anime does is it shows the sulfuric acid as this creature, this female creature. Sorry if that's offended everybody, but it's the way that the anime chose to depict the danger of the sulfuric acid, because it hypnotised the young fella here with its beauty. Basically, it was like a siren, kind of beckoning him, asking him to come closer to her. But as he got closer, he saw the creature's true form, because its skin started to peel off and show that it was like a skeleton. That was literally reaching out to grab him. But obviously kind of we learn that it's just a figment of his imagination because the sulfuric acid is getting to his head. So obviously they all go back to the part of the village that they're in, obviously here in this picture, and they decided they don't decide. Senku's like, well, we're going to need to make gas masks to get him back. So they managed to do that, and there's a back and forth between Senku and Chrome. And Senku's like, I don't want you to come with me, I don't want you to die. I'm passing down all my knowledge to you. And Chrome's like, don't patronise me, I'm not your kid. And Senku's like, I'm not patronising anybody, I'm just being logical. Which he was, but I can see Chrome's point as well. because obviously, and also, sorry, but obviously in this episode as well, they were doing a lot of backstory with Kohaku, the Kohaku here behind Senku, that her dad had wanted her to be the successor to Riri, our sister, the priestess that's currently like in bad health. And Kohaku's like, no, I don't want to be the next priestess. How dare you? Yada yada yada. The typical teenage stuff. So she runs away after being told that she's going to have to memorise this 10 story thing. Can't remember what it was called. Obviously that sent her off the deep end. She's like, no, I don't want to, and then she ran off. And obviously that's obviously explaining why she was kicking about in a previous episode when she met Senku after he had his run-in with a jungle man. Suka. After he had his run-in with Suka. And it's obviously like, a lot of this episode was just kind of backstory, building on the characters that we know, and fitting everyone together like a puzzle. The good thing is though, when this fella here when he was left behind, because of his fear, he couldn't face that like creature. The old dude, if you remember when we met him, he was all tied up in like rope and that. He said that he was like this fella when he was his age, and he's like, I think he's just basically giving him a pep talk. And I think he's just basically saying, no, you can do it. I used to be like you until yada yada yada. And he's like, oh well, would you look at that? I've made another gas mask and I'm not going to need it. I'll just leave it here because I've got no use for it. Obviously hinting that if you want to this fella, obviously if you want to go. So he does end up going. And Chrome loses his footing on the side of the embankment, like the quarry with the water's in. I think it's a quarry. Anyway. And he's like, well, this is it. And Senku's like, and he's running like full pelt, as I say. I can see that Senku's, he's not going to make it. He's not going to catch me in time. And he's like saying in his head, he's like, look after Riri for me. And at the last minute, this fella here, Kadonk, makes the save and extends his silver spear out to grab a hold of Chrome before he falls into the sulfuric acid. And meanwhile, while he's doing that, the creature here, she is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Obviously, that was like the way of the writers to say that it was his fear that was fueling this sulfuric acid monster to a point where it got bigger and bigger and bigger, showing that his fear was getting worse. And Senku basically says in his own words, you need to calm down your breathing so you'll be able to get Chrome off the end of your spear and back to safety. Obviously by that time Senku had grabbed a hold of the spear as well, so it was the young fella, the blonde headed guy, and Senku holding on to the same thing. And Chrome's like, think with this, pointing at his head. He's like, really think, obviously to make him think. And as he's doing that, he's able to beat his fear, hence beat this creature. And then like a Pokeball, it just goes and plops right into the adequately placed container. And then it was like, we're 2 scientists and the bodyguard. And then they did a kind of pose near the end of the episode as if to say, yeah, we're looking out for each other. Bros for life. You know, that kind of stuff. Quite a nice wee episode, in summary though. I think the message of this episode was, face your fears head on. That way you'll learn not to fear them. Hence why that's what I should do on my claustrophobia, but I don't think I'm ready for that yet though. All in all, great episode. And as I said, sorry that it's getting put up as late as it is. Bear with me a second. Sorry it's getting put up as late as it is. If you've seen the time there before it disappeared. It's just obviously I was kind of doing some other things. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, like I said, thanks to everyone that subscribed and watching everything I put up. It's a great help knowing that yous are all enjoying my content. I've currently got some new stuff to show you in a future video. And obviously I'll work on that and then show you in the next video, like I said. I have found out the title for the next episode. Episode 13, Masked Warrior. So there's basically like next episode 13, and that's the title right there. So without further ado, I think that's the end of the review. All I can say now is hopefully you'll enjoy the episode when you get to see it, and I will link GB Review's review of the previous episode, episode 12, in the description box down below. But if GB Reviews has done a review for this episode that I'm reviewing now, I'll put that in the description box down below. If not, I'll put the previous one in, this one. Just so I just feel like supporting him with his reviews, and obviously he'll see mine hopefully, and then we can start a convo between each other. Highly doubt it though. He's probably busy. But anyway, there is a chance though that he could get in touch with me. Fingers crossed. See you next time. Okay, good night.